Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Texas A&M. Kennedy Powell leads it off at third base, followed by second baseman Talon Edwards. Maya Perez is the first baseman. Ariel Kowalewski is the catcher and hitting fourth. She has 10 doubles this year. That's third best in the league. KK DeMent is the shortstop. Kelsey Mathis in center field. Paisley Allen is the left fielder. Larissa Perez is the DP. And Frankie Brazel is the right fielder and hitting ninth for Texas A&M. That's a lineup that's going to take its cuts against Jaden Hebner, the sophomore out of Pace, Florida, making a start against Texas A&M.
The staff, the ace of the staff for the Tigers with the big rise ball and the tight spin. And there's a good pitch right there to start off the game.
No question about that. You know, Yvette, there's quite the challenge in the top half of this Texas A&M lineup. The first four hitters are batting .400 or better.
They have four hitters, as you said, hitting over .400. They are swinging the stick.
Powell is hitting .450, but she's not tops on the team. Perez is hitting .464. She's number one. Edwards is hitting .426. And Kowalewski is batting .405. That's quite the start at the top of the lineup.
As you said, though, it's going to take a shot to get it out of here. We have our window open right behind home plate, and we're having trouble keeping our papers on the desk, so the wind is blowing in.
That pitch missed somewhere. It looked very close. Balls hit to right field should not be as affected, but anything from center field over to the left field foul pole certainly has the wind to deal with.
Tip your cap to whoever hits it out of here today.
3-1 pitch.
And that's the bugaboo for
So there
Hebner.
was a strike and then 4 straight balls. Hebner has had a great deal of difficulty at times. She's walked 35 now in 59 innings.
And that was a goal at the beginning of the season. I asked, you know, what was she really working on? And it was, she told me, being consistent. Numerous preseason accolades.
So Kennedy Powell is at first base with nobody out. First game of the 3-game series.
And she's 10 for 10 in stolen bases. See if the Aggies will run.
Hebner cauterizes the outside corner with that pitch. You can make a living there, a good living.
Especially to a lefty. She'll never touch that ball.
That misses high and away. Let's set the defense for you for the Tigers on the infield. It's Hodge at third base, Edwards at shortstop, Kylie Edwards, Daniel the second baseman, Tori Edwards at first. Char Lorenz, Jayla Lassiter, and Alex Franklin are in the outfield from left to right. And Bergeron is catching.
I don't know if that pitch was low from up here. It looked really good. I didn't look at the monitor.
Edwards with a couple of homers, 19 driven in. Hebner brings it. That got there in a hurry. A strike along the knees. This umpire is very, very deliberate and not particularly hasty in bringing up the right arm. Terry Holt, Kevin Conder, and Mike Burwell are the umpires tonight. Swing and a miss.
That last pitch was at 69 miles an hour.
That's the highest. That's the highest I can remember this year,
Yeah.
her throwing it.
Got that little rise curve action, that tail, but you know, the key for her again is just she's got to stay ahead, and she needs to throw some more off-speed pitches in there.
And I'm reminded that she has touched 70, so that pitch at 69 was right near the top.
No question, her spin is so tight. It's just a matter of not missing as much.
The pitch moves up in the strike zone and out of it, 2-0 to Perez.
You want to throw usable pitches.
So already we've had one pitch that was recorded at 70 on the same or another device. It was 69, but you get the picture. Her velocity is very good at the moment.
You know, and I'm thinking 10 for 10 in stolen bases, but I'm sure they're thinking, let's see if Huebner can throw strikes, stay ahead in the count.
She's missed 3 straight times to Perez. She burns the outside edge with that one, 3-1. Perez is the best hitter on the field today at 464.
9 home runs. Leads the team with the most runs scored.
We'll give her another one. She's got 10 homers. She's late on that swing.
She has 10. I swear, all of my notes are wrong this weekend. You are correct, sir.
Runner is on the move. Ground ball. Daniel can't get to it. Powell will chug over to third base. Runners on the corners. A hard hit ground ball off the bat of Perez. That is her 33rd hit of the year. That's second on the club behind Powell's 36.
And not a bad pitch there, you know, just sometimes you got to tip your hat to tip your visor to the hitter.
Tip whatever you're wearing. Here's Kalinowski.
And the Aggies have something cooking with the first and third with 1 out.
And a 405 hitter at the plate. And the pitch. A little high.
Zone is tight, and, you know, that's not in
right
favor.
Now it's tighter than a mail slot.
And that's a good one. I hadn't heard that one lately. Not in favor of Huebner. Good stop. Got her. Oh, why are you running with the ball? Throw it.
Edwards made a terrific backhand side, but could not complete the play. And the bases are loaded.
She had her dead to rights. Why she ran towards the runner? Just throw the ball, and she's dead.
That'll be a fielder's choice.
But a heck of a stop. Ball's hit hard.
Very
See,
hard.
right here, all she's got to do is throw it.
Yep, you're exactly right.
I mean, she's heading towards third. It's not a rundown.
Here's KK Dement. That's outside. The water is boiling around the Tigers here in the top of the first. Bases loaded, only 1 out.
And, of course, in softball, the infield is drawn in to get the run at the plate.
The pitch, swing and a miss.
It's a great-looking rise ball, although it's out of the zone, but she got her to swing. Threw that ball at her hand, so.
Powell at third, Perez at second.
You know, and the philosophy hasn't changed. We're still got our infield in for the run at the plate. They turn so many double plays now. You think maybe baseball logic would come back into it and go for the double play, but nope. Runs used to be so precious in this game, you know. You just didn't give up any. So you weren't going to give up a run to turn a double play, you know. Of course, that would get them out of the inning, but in another situation.
Dement is 3 for 4 with the bases loaded this year, including a grand slam home run.
Aggies have hit the ball hard. 2 times they've hit it.
So Huebner has a big task in front of her. This is the make it happen pitch at 2-2. Bases loaded. Popped up. Out of play, straight back. Dement and Huebner battling here in the first. The bases are loaded. The Aggies,
I think this is the
making their debut in SEC play today. Each SEC school gets 1 series away from the league once the league schedule has started. And for Texas A&M, it was week number 1.
Well, the Aggies haven't played in 8 days. They didn't play because we're playing this game on Saturday, so they played last weekend. But they haven't played in 8 days, so that, you know, kind of bumps and bruises and a little bit of rest. And my good friend Shan McDonald told me, oh, they've played more than that.
This ball is belted deep to right field. Way back. Franklin's got it at the wall. It's good enough, of course, for the sacrifice fly, But Alex Franklin kept tracking it and made the catch at the wall, and DeMent was just one Wheatie short of her second Grand Slam home run this year.
And what did we say? It was going to be a shot to get it out of here. If the wind's blowing the other way, that ball's out of here. But she does her job. That's a positive at-bat. Aggies score a run.
Powell scores from third. Perez moved from second to third. Kowalewski held her ground at first base. A sacrifice fly off the bat of DeMent after a long battle at the plate. Here's Kelsey Mathis hitting .286. That's a mitt popper, but it misses.
See that curveball sweeping across the plate.
Hebner brings it. It gets by Bergeron.
Will it score a run? No.
The runner at third did not make a move. The runner at first base easily accepted second base.
But there's two runners in scoring position now with that wild pitch.
There are two outs. Hebner trying to draw a line in the dirt right here, and she burns the outside edge.
The Tigers escape with giving up only one run. That's a victory. Of course, A&M likes that they scored one, but they like to bust the game wide open right here.
And Mathis draws another base on balls.
And she's already at 31 pitches in this inning, and as we always say, it's not like baseball. She can throw a whole lot more, but throwing 31 pitches in an inning is indicative of can't control the zone or getting hit.
That's the second walk of the inning. Powell walked to open the game and later came around to score. Here's Paisley Allen. Stee, right one. There's a maroon-clad Aggie on every base.
That one was coming right back at us, Len. I was going to save you.
You did. Your reaction toward the ball was impressive.
Finally, after all these years, I don't duck.
That's because you can't see.
That's true. Whoa, that's a big K.
Indeed. Paisley Allen goes down on strikes. And the Tigers minimize the damage. Texas A&M leaves the bases loaded. But Powell came across on a sacrifice fly by DeMent. After a half inning, the Aggies won. LSU nothing. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Texas A&M. Kennedy Powell leads it off at third base, followed by second baseman Talon Edwards. Maya Perez is the first baseman. Ariel Kowalewski is the catcher and hitting fourth. She has 10 doubles this year. That's third best in the league. KK DeMent is the shortstop. Kelsey Mathis in center field. Paisley Allen is the left fielder. Larissa Perez is the DP. And Frankie Brazel is the right fielder and hitting ninth for Texas A&M. That's a lineup that's going to take its cuts against Jaden Hebner, the sophomore out of Pace, Florida, making a start against Texas A&M.
The staff, the ace of the staff for the Tigers with the big rise ball and the tight spin. And there's a good pitch right there to start off the game.
No question about that. You know, Yvette, there's quite the challenge in the top half of this Texas A&M lineup. The first four hitters are batting .400 or better.
They have four hitters, as you said, hitting over .400. They are swinging the stick.
Powell is hitting .450, but she's not tops on the team. Perez is hitting .464. She's number one. Edwards is hitting .426. And Kowalewski is batting .405. That's quite the start at the top of the lineup.
As you said, though, it's going to take a shot to get it out of here. We have our window open right behind home plate, and we're having trouble keeping our papers on the desk, so the wind is blowing in.
That pitch missed somewhere. It looked very close. Balls hit to right field should not be as affected, but anything from center field over to the left field foul pole certainly has the wind to deal with.
Tip your cap to whoever hits it out of here today.
3-1 pitch.
And that's the bugaboo for
So there was a
Huebner.
strike and then 4 straight balls. Huebner has had a great deal of difficulty at times. She's walked 35 now in 59 innings.
And that was a goal at the beginning of the season. I asked, you know, what was she really working on? And it was, she told me, being consistent. Numerous preseason accolades.
So Kennedy Powell is at first base with nobody out. First game of the 3-game series.
And she's 10 for 10 in stolen bases. See if the Aggies will run.
Huebner cauterizes the outside corner with that pitch. You can make a living there, a good living.
Especially to a lefty. She'll never touch that ball.
That misses high and away. Let's set the defense for you for the Tigers on the infield. It's Hodge at third base, Edwards at shortstop, Kylie Edwards, Daniel the second baseman, Tori Edwards at first. Char Lorenz, Jayla Lassiter, and Alex Franklin are in the outfield from left to right. And Bergeron is catching.
I don't know if that pitch was low from up here. It looked really good. I didn't look at the monitor.
Edwards with a couple of homers, 19 driven in. Huebner brings it. That got there in a hurry. A strike along the knees. This umpire is very, very deliberate and not particularly hasty in bringing up the right arm. Terry Holt, Kevin Conder, and Mike Burwell are the umpires tonight. Swing and a miss.
That last pitch was at 69 miles an hour.
That's the highest. That's the highest I can remember this year.
Yeah.
Her throwing it.
Got that little rise curve action, that tail, but you know, the key for her again is just she's got to stay ahead, and she needs to throw some more off-speed pitches in there.
And I'm reminded that she has touched 70. So that pitch at 69 was right near the top.
No question, her spin is so tight. It's just a matter of not missing as much.
The pitch moves up in the strike zone and out of it, 2-0 to Perez.
You want to throw usable pitches.
So already we've had one pitch that was recorded at 70 on the same or another device. It was 69, but you get the picture. Her velocity is very good at the moment.
You know, and I'm thinking 10 for 10 in stolen bases, but I'm sure they're thinking, let's see if Huebner can throw strikes, stay ahead in the count.
She's missed 3 straight times to Perez. She burns the outside edge with that one, 3-1. Perez is the best hitter on the field today at 464.
9 home runs, leads the team with the most runs scored.
We'll give her another one. She's got 10 homers. She's late on that swing.
She has 10. I swear, all of my notes are wrong this weekend. You are correct, sir.
Runner is on the move, ground ball. Daniel can't get to it. Powell will chug over to third base. Runners on the corners. A hard hit ground ball off the bat of Perez. That is her 33rd hit of the year. That's second on the club behind Powell's 36.
And not a bad pitch there, you know, just sometimes you got to tip your hat to tip your visor to the hitter.
Tip whatever you're wearing. Here's Kowalewski.
And the Aggies have something cooking with the first and third with 1 out.
And a 405 hitter at the plate. And the pitch. A little high.
Zone is tight, and, you know, that's not in
right
favor.
Now it's tighter than a mail slot.
And that's a good one. I hadn't heard that one lately. Not in favor of Huebner. Good stop. Got her. Oh, why are you running with the ball? Throw it.
Edwards made a terrific backhand side, but could not complete the play. And the bases are loaded.
She had her dead to rights. Why she ran towards the runner? Just throw the ball, and she's dead.
That'll be a fielder's choice.
But a heck of a stop. Ball's hit hard.
Very
See,
hard.
right here, all she's got to do is throw it.
Yep, you're exactly right.
I mean, she's heading towards third. It's not a rundown.
Here's KK Dement. That's outside. The water is boiling around the Tigers here in the top of the first. Bases loaded, only one out.
And of course, in softball, the infield is drawn in to get the run at the plate.
The pitch, swing and a miss.
It's a great looking rise ball, although it's out of the zone, but she got her to swing. Threw that ball at her hand, so.
Powell at third, Perez at second.
You know, and the philosophy hasn't changed. We're still got our infield in for the run at the plate. They turn so many double plays now. You think maybe baseball logic would come back into it and go for the double play, but nope. Runs used to be so precious in this game, you know. You just didn't give up any. So you weren't going to give up a run to turn a double play, you know. Of course, that would get them out of the inning, but in another situation.
Dement is 3 for 4 with the bases loaded this year, including a grand slam home run.
Aggies have hit the ball hard. 2 times they've hit it.
So Hebner has a big task in front of her. This is the make it happen pitch at 2-2. Bases loaded. Popped up. Out of play, straight back. Dement and Hebner battling here in the first. The bases are loaded. The Aggies,
I think this is the year
making their debut in SEC play today. Each SEC school gets one series away from the league once the league schedule has started. And for Texas A&M, it was week number 1.
Well, the Aggies haven't played in 8 days. They didn't play because we're playing this game on Saturday, so they played last weekend. But they haven't played in 8 days, so that, you know, kind of bumps and bruises and a little bit of rest. And my good friend Shan McDonald told me, oh, they've played more than that.
This ball is belted deep to right field. Way back. Franklin's got it at the wall. It's good enough, of course, for the sacrifice fly, but Alex Franklin kept tracking it and made the catch at the wall, and Dement was just one Wheatie short of her second Grand Slam home run this year.
And what did we say? It was going to be a shot to get it out of here. If the wind's blowing the other way, that ball's out of here. But she does her job. That's a positive at-bat. Aggies score a run.
Powell scores from third. Perez moved from second to third. Kowalewski held her ground at first base. A sacrifice fly off the bat of Dement after a long battle at the plate. Here's Kelsey Mathis hitting .286. That's a mitt popper, but it misses.
See that curveball sweeping across the plate.
Hebner brings it. It gets by Bergeron.
Will it score a run? No.
The runner at third did not make a move. The runner at first base easily accepted second base.
But there's 2 runners in scoring position now with that wild pitch.
There are 2 outs. Hebner trying to draw a line in the dirt right here, and she burns the outside edge.
The Tigers escape with giving up only 1 run. That's a victory. Of course, A&M likes that they scored 1, but they like to bust the game wide open right here.
And Mathis Draws another base on balls.
And she's already at 31.
Baseman Sierra Daniel, left fielder Char Lorenz. Catcher Macy Bergeron. Tori Edwards is playing first base. Alex Franklin, who's tied for the lead with 5 triples this year in the SEC, is hitting behind Edwards. Riley Johnson gets the start as designated player. Kylie Edwards is hitting 8th at shortstop. And Avery Hodge is the 9th hitter and playing third base. And Sydney Lessentine, a sophomore from New Mexico, is in the circle for Texas A&M.
Primary pitch is her rise ball. She'll come back with that change and does have a drop. Not often you see pitchers with the rise and the drop.
She works in a strike to Lassiter to open the game defensively for the Aggies. This young lady is 7-1 on the year. This is her 11th start, her 14th appearance. She's had 4 complete games in her previous 10 starts. And the opponents have had a hard time finding base hits against her. She's only allowed 39 in 54 innings. That's a 196 batting average against. Only 5 walks in those 54 innings. That's remarkable.
Key to success.
And 48 strikeouts.
There's a good looking pitch right there. As we said in the opener, the Tigers go as Jayla Lassiter goes when she's on fire at the top of the lineup.
The 1-2 pitch.
Got her on a rise ball.
That's strikeout number 49 against only 5 walks. And she averages 1 walk per 11 innings.
But that's a great looking rise ball because it's moving through the zone. When it's tunneled, it looks like a strike, but then at the end, it's a pitch she can't catch up to because it's got that late break.
Well, we can update you on the success of the Aggies pitching staff in terms of strikeouts and walks. They are not 7th best in the United States in walk to strikeout ratio. They are averaging 4.5 strikeouts per 1 walk.
And this young lady ranks 4th nationally in walks allowed per 7 innings and 7th in strikeout to walk ratio.
Well, only 5 walks in 54 innings. It's essentially 1 walk every 11 innings.
That will make your pitching coach smile all day long.
Yes,
who happens
it will.
to be the head coach of the Aggies, Trisha Ford.
These teams will play over the course of the next 2 days as well.
There's Trisha.
In her 4th season, 143 wins, a .722 winning percentage. That cauterizes the outside corner.
Now, she got that strike. Huebner didn't get a strike like that. Let's see what happens here. Well, that's right down the middle. You got to swing at that.
Yes, it is. Sierra Daniel frozen at the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts to open things.
That's
Texas A&M picked up a run in the top of the inning.
That's a good description, Lynn. Sometimes the Tigers are just frozen. I mean, that ball's right down the middle. They pitched before. Not so much. I can see why she didn't swing. But that one with 2 strikes.
Lorenz pops it up right in the pitcher's circle. It's a 10-pitch inning as Kennedy Powell makes the play from third base. And we move to the 2nd. Texas A&M with an early lead, 1-0 Aggies. The base is loaded in the 1st inning, but pushed across 1 run and has the lead of that margin as we go to the 2nd on a very nice night unfolding for softball here in Baton Rouge.
It's a beautiful day in the capital city.
Beth Torina in her 15th season as LSU head coach. A winning percentage of just under .700 for her career.
You see that rooted tigers, that emblem that she has on her shirt? That's their team motto this year. They actually planted 2 trees. I'm not supposed to say where, though.
Huebner threw 34 pitches, only 18 for strikes in the first inning. Lessentine had 10 pitches, and 7 of them were strikes. 1-1 on Perez. Larissa checks in with only 1 at bat.
Now, that's right there on a corner. So I'm not sure what he doesn't like.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. The Aggies are playing without one of their starting infielders, Michaela Wark. She is a 10 home run producer so far with a .324 average. She, along with Grayson Coleman and Taylor Pinnell, are unavailable for this game because of a violation of team rules. Huebner makes the play in the circle for the first out.
That's an improvement over the first inning. Texas A&M swept last year in College Station, but LSU leads the all-time series 21-16.
And 2 years ago, didn't LSU sweep A&M here?
Aggies were swept in their last trip to Baton Rouge in 2024. The Aggies' last win at Tiger Park was in 2021.
There's a quick strike to Brageau. Frankie is hitting .373. Good stuff at the bottom of the order. 22 hits. There's another strike.
And this park is filling up.
Yes, it is.
At a parade downtown in Baton Rouge today, St. Patrick's Day parade, and a few people dressed in green out there. But it is slowly packing the park here.
Just about all of the infield is covered by shadow.
But look how tough it is for
Very, very difficult right now.
in the coach's box, too, sometimes at this time of the day.
Topped up on the left side. Kylie Edwards is calling for it, and there's the second out.
And a much better inning for Huebner because she is throwing strikes.
Huebner's big Mastiff dog, it's about 125 pounds,
I saw it.
is here for this homestand.
About a 4-hour drive from Pace, Florida, which is by Pensacola. That's where her family's home is, and her dad brings the dog in on home weekends. It's big.
But a gentle giant. I happened to be walking in the parking lot when Huebner was warming up or getting loose well before the game. The dad was coming with the dog. He turned the dog loose probably 60 yards or so from where Huebner was. The dog immediately made a beeline and jumped into her lap. Just a beautiful thing to see.
Didn't knock her down?
No, it came with a tail wagging, that's for sure.
Well, there's a good-looking pitch. Little down ball action there, and it might have been an off-speed pitch. Took something off of that.
Here's the 1-2. That is popped up again to the left side. Edwards is there for the two-handed catch. And quite the reversal from the first inning to the second inning. 3 up, 3 down as Huebner gets rid of Perez and Brageau and Powell. The base is loaded. 3 up, 3 down in the second. LSU has yet to have a base runner after one turn at the plate. Let's take a look in the rearview mirror at what has transpired for LSU to this point. 18-7 is the record. 0-3 after losing 3 times. 2 of them very disappointing losses last week in Knoxville because the Tigers had 4-0 leads in the last 2 games of the series but could not hold it.
And Tennessee has an outstanding pitching staff. Of course, number 1 was not around, but their entire staff is dynamite.
The Tigers have 43 stolen bases. That's at the top of the SEC right now. The pitch to Macy Bergeron. That's a strike to the LSU catcher. Still hitting only .224, but showing signs of recovering at the plate.
Yes, she has. Have the Tigers swung at the first pitch yet? I don't know if you have that in your scorebook. That ball's hit hard, but good play.
Kennedy Powell makes the play from one corner to the other.
And senior Kennedy Powell is a fixture over there at the hot corner. She started every game this season at third base. She's appeared in 142 games with 141 starts. And she's a run-scoring catalyst for the Aggies. Now, I hope those notes are correct.
Tori Edwards lays off the high pitch. She's been laboring at the plate compared to last year. Hitting .242 right now. 4 homers, 18 driven in. She and Lassiter lead the team in the RBI category.
Yeah, the home run production from the 2 All-Americans just has dropped off considerably. And, you know, it's just a part of why LSU is struggling.
Last year, she hit .383 as a rookie, 73 driven in, and a lot less than that this year to this point.
You know, you got to give some credit to the opponents knowing how to pitch her also. But I watch her, and I just think she looks at too many good pitches.
Let's see what Edwards can do right here. The 2-1 count, 1 out, nobody on base. Aggies 1, Tigers nothing. We're in the second. Now it's 3-1 from Lessentine, who rarely walks anybody.
Let's see if you jinx her. Yep, you did.
That's only the 6th walk that she has allowed all year, and the Tigers have their first base runner. Edwards gets on base pretty frequently through bases on balls. That's the 18th time that she's walked. Here's Alex Franklin hitting .286, a home run, 14 driven in, and 5 triples.
And one of the surprises of the year for the, I'm sure the coaching staff didn't consider it a surprise, but we that watch the team so much, she didn't even play last year. Just pulled that pitch, though.
DeMint to second base for the first out. The relay throw is very late. Franklin reaches on a fielder's choice. Edwards is retired on a 6-4 fielder's choice.
Pull that outside pitch, and it was a weak ground ball to shortstop.
So here is Riley Johnson. This is her 8th start. She's appeared in 13 games. The freshman batting .167.
She had a home run last weekend, though, in Knoxville.
Couple of RBI.
Beth Torina says she is a future great one, behind a few players in the outfield right now. Sometimes you got to wait your turn when you're just a freshman. Something very hard for this day and age now to wait your turn.
Well, there are a lot more options, aren't there?
Well, and everything's got to be an immediate success.
That bounces right into the mid of Perez at first base. She steps on the bag, and the inning is over. The Tigers get a one-out walk, but leave a base runner. And we go to the third in the first game of this three-game series. Texas A&M 1, LSU nothing. Couple of walks got Hebner in some difficulty in the first inning. She minimized the damage. It's 1-0 Texas A&M as we go to the third. How did the Aggies get here? They're 17-8. They were picked 6th in the SEC preseason poll. 6 of 8 losses to top 25 teams so far. And you see those 7 players with 300-plus batting averages, and the first 4 tonight have a batting average of 400 or better.
Second inning was much more favorable to Hebner than the first. Let's see if she can continue it. There's a good-looking strike there.
Edwards struck out in the first. Talon Edwards hitting .426. Couple of homers, 19 driven in.
Tori Edwards at first base is giving her big-time respect. She's playing behind the bag, and hitter Edwards just showed a bunt. She could have drug it down the first base line. She'd have been safe all day long.
Talon Edwards is a transfer from Oklahoma State. And Hebner heaves that one a bit high. We've got a lot of finals already from SEC, and we'll pass these scores along to you.
Yeah, usually Saturday games are much earlier. We have to be the last one tonight.
The 2-2 pitch is whacked foul. Florida shut out Kentucky 9-0. Texas destroyed Ole Miss 11-2. Oklahoma beat Auburn 8-5. South Carolina over Boston College 9-1. And there's one right down Main Street, a call third strike. Hebner has retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
That's when you got to think the hitter's looking for something else.
First baseman number 24, Maya Perez.
What is the Alabama score? I think that one might be
14-9. Arkansas has defeated Alabama.
So they split. They're 1-1 now. Yeah, everybody's on their second game of the series.
Missouri shut out South Dakota 9-0. Mississippi State beat Tennessee.
Ooh.
An old-fashioned pitchers duel, 1-0. You don't see those anymore.
Nope, and there's an upset.
They are tied 1-1 in that series.
I wonder if Taylor Pennell, we'll have to look that up, if she's healthy and throwing this weekend. Of course, that's the second game of the series.
The 2-0 pitch, tight to Perez. So Florida over Kentucky, Texas over Ole Miss, Oklahoma defeated Auburn, South Carolina beat Boston College, Mississippi State shut out Tennessee 1-0, Missouri 9, South Dakota 0, and 14-9 Arkansas beats Alabama.
I meant Carlin Pickens for Tennessee.
So Perez draws a base on balls on 4 pitches. She's been on base twice. She had a base hit in the first. Here's Kowalewski. She reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Lefty to lefty, and the pitch a little bit inside. Time is called. Tomorrow and the next day, action continues from Tiger Park. It'll be available to you on the SEC Network. Watch the weather over the next couple of days. It could be a factor, especially 2 days from now. Temperature's going to plummet. We could get some nasty weather for a while.
I thought we were finished with winter weather, but still got little bit of a kick left.
Well,
to
there's
it.
always the cold spell before Easter, right? I mean,
They always say don't plant your flowers till
that's
after
the
Easter.
Farmer's Almanac version, but it seems to be true more often than not.
Well, you know,
I haven't put my
11
firewood up yet.
11 inches of snow here last year.
Well, they're talking about 2 feet and above in parts of the Midwest tomorrow and tonight. You know, Yvette, to me, this is one area where softball just needs to take a stand to speed the game up. There's much more allowance, much more time, and I put this in quotes, wasting in softball than there is in baseball. Baseball finally has adopted some meaningful speed-up rules, and it's made a tremendous difference.
Really?
And in my opinion, has not...
I've seen baseball coaches walking so dang slow to the mound that I could run 5 times around them.
Well, I didn't say that a cattle prod wasn't necessary sometimes, but no, it's really on the major league level really reduced the the game times considerably.
I've never seen people walk so slow.
Do you think you would still have the same giddy up if you were out there right now?
Yeah, because usually I wasn't happy when I was going to the mound.
So
I was walking fast.
You had a little fuel.
I had things to say.
Okay. Hebner has missed 3 times on the cleanup hitter. And another 4-pitch walk. So Perez and Kowalewski have both rapidly walked. And here's KK DeMint. And let's see what substitutions we might have here for Texas A&M. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. This is Ansley Gross. She's running at second base. Here's DeMint. This is a dangerous hitter. And Yvette, last time she came to the plate with the bases loaded. This time she comes to the plate with 2 teammates aboard. Hebner struck out the first batter in quick fashion, but has thrown 10 straight balls since then, and this crowd is getting very, very angry with what has transpired.
Oh, look, that's the most emotion we've seen since Hebner.
So they got a timeout before the pitch clock
the pitch
would
clock
be.
was at 11. And then she walked out of the circle and asked for timeout, but
A couple of her teammates on the left side of the infield come over to just try to settle her down a little bit.
It was emphatic when she asked for a timeout.
Very. Hebner shrugs her shoulders, takes a deep breath, trying to get composed again. She has missed on 10 straight pitches, several of them extremely close. The 2-0. Right there for a strike.
Oh, and she's showing her frustration, like, you know, like, is that where you wanted it? And the crowd is rallying to her defense. I've seen a couple of pitches that, you know, I question.
This is popped up. Infield fly rule should be in effect. DeMint pops it up to Hodge at third base. That's the second out. And it brings on Mathis.
I know what your answer is going to be, so I don't know why I'm going to ask this question. But as an umpire, has a great-looking pitch. Does her reputation precede her, kind of?
Well, it's certainly.
Does Blue kind of think, well, she does have trouble throwing strikes?
It shouldn't. Let's put it like that.
Of course not.
But an umpire will.
And is she missing? Yes. But there are some borderline pitches that I believe Lessentine has gotten that she's not.
Umpires will say pitches are like snowflakes.
Oh.
No two are ever alike. 1-1. Was that a changeup?
68 miles an hour. I
Nope.
don't think so.
Nope.
I think we've seen one, which is an issue. Everything cannot be the same speed. Trying to throw off timing and balance on a hitter.
One ball, two strikes. Mathis trying to extend this inning and give her team another run. It's 1-0 A&M, that coming in the first. The outfield plays her as an opposite field hitter. There's a gap in left center and a big gap in the left field corner. Hebner to Mathis. Outside.
And then some pitches aren't even close, so usable pitches, usable pitches. It's going to be a ball. Needs to look like something that's close to a strike.
The 2-2 pitch. Grounded to the left side. That's off the glove of Hodge. Lorenz picks it up. Here's the throw to the plate. Very high. It carries all the way to the backstop, and it's 2-0. A ground ball to the left of Hodge. She did her best, but couldn't get to it.
Hodge was definitely playing the line, so that ball had a big avenue to travel. And then Lorenz just launches this.
So Texas A&M picks up a marker in the third to go along with one in the first. And Paisley Allen comes to the plate with a pair of teammates aboard. She's first pitch swinging and drives it into the gap, but it is grabbed out there by Lorenz. And so Texas A&M adds to its lead, one in the first and one in the third on the RBI single by Mathis. 2-0 Aggies over LSU. LSU statistically has 13 triples. That's the most in the SEC. 43 stolen bases. That's tied for the most in the SEC. And the Tigers, who have been very good at turning double plays in recent years, are doing so again this season. They've turned 16. That's second most in the SEC.
Need to get something going offensively. So far, Lessentine has been in command for the Aggies.
A strike to Kylie Edwards. She's batting for the first time. Avery Hodge will follow.
That's a good-looking backdoor curve.
And then Lassiter at the top of the order. There's been one base runner, a one-out walk to Tori Edwards last inning. One ball, one strike on Kylie Edwards.
Now you see, according to the rule book, that should be a strike, but it's not, because the strike zone is a postage stamp. I'm going to keep saying it.
Every umpire has his own or her own interpretation of where the strike zone is in their eyes. You ask for consistency as best you can, of course. But again, it's true. No two pitches are ever alike. And we're dealing with...
But it's...
I'm not defending. I'm just saying your interpretation of the rules and mine in terms of your vision and mine,
okay,
you know, are not identical.
Okay, I get that vision.
Everybody knows what
and
the rules
shot.
say.
We know that.
No, your point's well made. I understand exactly what you're saying.
It's what's written in the rule book where the strike zone is.
And that should be called, but everybody has their own rendering of it.
And that's why you've seen the offense that we see in the game, which is what fans love, but explains why pitchers are having so much difficulty. And there's other theories out there, you know, Monica Abbott said they don't pitch more than 5 innings in travel ball, so they don't face lineups 2 and 3 times.
Let's see if anybody can get this. No, it's bouncing around.
Mechanics are
in
bad.
Foul ground. The fact of the matter is, and it won't be solved until we go strictly to computer calls of balls and strikes.
Yeah, and that's.
But if
How
the
do you
human
feel about that?
You know, I'm starting to become for it, and I used to be 100% against it because of exactly what you're talking about. But do you damage the game if you take the human element out of it? And the fact of the matter is, the Hawkeye system, with its frame-by-frame look at every pitch, is far more accurate than an umpire who's relying on his or her vision on, say, 5/100ths of an inch if the ball is on the plate or off the plate.
And the
that's too close.
Yep, and the Hawkeye system is in play here.
It can be. That ball's hit sharply on one hop. Edwards throws out Edwards.
The best ball that's been hit tonight, but it was an atom ball. A lot of Edwards on this field tonight.
That was Talon Edwards defensively. Kylie Edwards with the bat in her hand.
1, 2, 3 Edwards. 2 for the Tigers, 1 for the Aggies.
And up steps Avery Hodge, a transfer from Oklahoma. She's a senior from Richmond, Texas.
Played her entire year last year as a transfer at shortstop and has been moved to third.
That bunt squirts off to the left side. Hall of Fame coach Yvette Girard, Lynn Rollins with you wherever you may be watching. We hope that you're enjoying the evening. You're enjoying this matchup in the SEC between LSU and Texas A&M. No doubt these are 2 rival schools in all sports. There's a belt toward left and plucked by the left fielder, Paisley Allen. She was able to get the leather down and prevent that from hitting the grass. A very nice stretching catch coming to the infield.
Good defensive effort. I thought the ball was going to pop out at the last second, but let's see. It's got that glove extended. Ooh, I thought that's what I saw too. That ball hit the ground.
It did look like it was trapped.
That ball hit the ground.
That is a reviewable play.
Somebody didn't get the MO down there quick enough.
Here's Sierra Daniel, or excuse me, Jayla Lassiter. Daniel is on deck. Lassiter, the senior from Atmore, Alabama.
You know where that's at? Jammed her.
Edwards
Right
at second base picks up the spinner and throws her out. A 1-2-3 inning. The Tigers have had 1 base runner. That was a 1-out walk in the second inning to Tori Edwards. Texas A&M leading 2-0. We head to the 4th in Baton Rouge. So be sure to join the SEC Network for the action coming up tomorrow and the next day. Right now in game 1 of the series, Texas A&M with a run in the first, 1 in the third. Edwards bobbles it, can't recover in time. And the Aggies have an early base runner.
Tigers just can't find that switch to put it all together right now.
So Perez reaches on the Kylie Edwards error. There's an out at first base. Hodge quickly getting to it from the hot corner. But Perez moves into scoring position.
The Aggies choosing to go with the sacrifice bunt with a 2-run lead.
Third baseman number 1, Kennedy.
You know what's interesting?
Nice bunt.
Very nice.
Yes, I'm waiting.
Look at all the left-handed batters at the top of the order against the left-hander Hebner. Powell, Edwards, Perez, and Kowalewski all are left-handed batters, 4 in a row to start the lineup, and then 1 in the 9-hole as well.
Wasn't it 2 years ago, but 8 out of 9 LSU hitters were lefties?
But my point is, this would be rare in baseball. Not so much in softball, where the lefty-lefty or righty-righty
Yeah, and
matchups.
it's all that stuff about matchups and.
LSU has not had a base hit, only 1 base runner, that coming on a walk. Texas A&M only with a couple of base runners on hits. But you know what, Yvette? Of their 2 runs, they both got on base. How? Walks.
Recipe for disaster.
Most of the time, you're on a high wire act when you give an excessive number of free passes.
And I would say the majority of LSU's losses are self-inflicted. That was not a foul ball. What just happened?
I think Bergeron thought it might have been a foul ball. She had an option of throwing it to first base.
I thought I heard it. But Beth's not coming out there. LSU's not. Well, she is now. She is now.
Let's watch
what did
and
I
listen.
hear? I heard something, but I don't know if it's ball off the glove. She's asking for.
I think
put
this
the headset
might
on.
be reviewed.
I thought I heard the bat. The bat hit the ball, but
I'm not so sure that it wasn't the mitt of Bergeron.
true.
They'll discuss it first to see if anybody else has a different opinion. So after the discussion, plate umpire Terry Holt was shaking his head at Beth Torina, signaling and then asking if she wanted to review it. She said no. Let's listen, and this is real speed. No, I think he got it right.
You think it hit the mitt? It was after the swing?
Yeah, I didn't see it hit the bat.
No, we're not reviewing it.
I think that's wise umpiring, though, because they can overturn it.
Why didn't Bergeron throw to first?
I can't answer that. This throw will come to second base to hold the runner at first. And Perez scores on another sacrifice fly.
And the Aggies have been very proficient.
They
Get
have.
a runner on. They move around some kind of way. They have positive at-bats with runners in scoring position. And now they're leading 3-0. I mean, if you're going to hit the ball to the outfield with a runner on third, it has to be deep. And that's exactly what she did. So all the little things in the game, A&M is
Aggies-
executing.
And they have scored without benefit of a base hit in this game. Or I should say,
In this inning.
yes, without this, in this inning.
It's like, I don't think
An
she
error, a
has
sacrifice bunt, and eventually a sacrifice fly. And a pass ball involved as well. Only 2 hits in the game. They both belong to the visiting team. The game time for the next two games in this series, 6 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
6, 6, and 6.
Both of them available
Can't get too
on
confused.
both of them available on the SEC network. Roy Philpott will be handling play-by-play the next couple of days, and Michelle Smith will be joining him.
It's been a while since Michelle Smith has, and that ball's hit tattooed.
And it's over the head of Lorenz.
Misses the cutoff. Does he get her at home? No.
Texas A&M adds to its lead.
And once again, all the little things. You miss your cutoff, but kudos. That ball was tattooed. Edwards was playing, no, that's Lorenz in left field. Playing well, it's not exactly shallow, but.
So the play easily results in a run. It'll be a double for Perez and an RBI. And Texas A&M is quickly taking control of this game. Here's Kowalewski. Steve, right. One in the first, one in the third, two in the fourth for the Aggies. One pitch is fouled straight back.
This is the Aggies' first inning with the crooked number. And they're not done yet. 2 outs, runner at second base.
That pitch is a little bit downstairs. Franklin is backing up. She's got room, and she squeezes it in right field. But the Aggies add to their lead on a sacrifice fly by Powell and an RBI double by Perez. And after 3.5 innings, Texas A&M leads LSU. It's a 4-0 ball game. In this game, they belong to Texas A&M, which leads 4-0. The Tigers have been a bit generous with bases on balls and a costly error. Lissentine, I should say, has been very good in the circle as the starting pitcher. And right now, LSU finds itself trailing in the mid part of this game in Baton Rouge, game 1 of 3. Daniel, Lorenz, and Bergeron scheduled to hit for the Tigers.
See if Daniel will be a little bit more aggressive than she was. Now you see, I thought that was a strike.
Ball 1.
But maybe that's why I'm not coaching anymore. Who cares what I think?
Daniel struck out in the first inning.
Oh, got her.
And that hurt. That hurt.
Ouch. Wait, what's going on? Holy.
They said that it hit the bat, and they're ruling it a foul ball, at least initially. That's about as emotional as you'll ever see Beth Torina.
She's been ejected one time this year, but it's like one. I think there's
Ruling on
might
the
be a little
field
bit of a
is that
penalty
there was a
now.
foul ball. LSU is challenging that ruling. The previous play is under review.
So this will be the first time that we are reviewing a play tonight. Let's take a look at this.
Oh my gosh, she's right again. Holy cow. That was a pretty good fake though by her. It's about to get ugly in the stands, but guess what? He's right. And this, I think this is the beauty of instant replay. It settles everything, but they're not showing it on the scoreboard, and they can. It would quiet down
After
the
review, the ruling on the
crowd.
field is confirmed. It is a foul ball. LSU has 1 challenge remaining.
I don't know why they're not showing it on the scoreboard, because then it would quiet down the crowd. And she let go of the bat before she, look at that, her hands out of the way.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
Very
on a
good
difficult
call.
decision.
I'm not so sure about all these balls and strikes, but that definitely was the correct call. Tough job back there. And they all screaming it's still a foul ball. I'm not, you know.
So erase the HBP in your scorebook, and let's see what the 1-2 pitch brings.
That was a great acting job by Daniel.
Well, I think it kind of stunned her.
It scared, yeah. I mean, the bat had to have vibrated in her hand.
Right. And I'm thinking it might have bent the hand back a little bit with the force of the impact.
She got some kickback, you know, from the bat. Sort of like when you shoot a gun, I guess.
Once again, the 1-2 pitch to the LSU second baseman. Hit sharply to her counterpart.
What a play!
Oh, my. Talon Edwards to Maya Perez with the defensive play of the game so far.
We got an Aggie fan sitting right behind home plate and just stood up and applauded her team on that play, and she should, because it was a great play. Daniel hit that ball hard.
It's one thing to get to it. It's another thing to throw it from your knees when you're bouncing away from the bag. And she did it splendidly.
And the Tigers are thinking, what do we have to do? We can't, not only are we not really playing that well, we can't catch a break either.
That was a heck of a play by second baseman Talon Edwards. Here's Lorenz, a sophomore from Munster, Indiana.
Lorenz has had some action in left field.
Two quick strikes on Char Lorenz. She popped up to third base last time.
And that's the way to take the air out of a team. They think they got to hit batter, make a great defensive play. Pitcher goes out there and pumping strikes.
Yeah, it is deflating
about
in a
momentum.
hurry, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. They're thinking, they're starting to creep into their brain. Well, what do we have to do tonight?
The 1-2.
Pull that pitch. Oh,
It
there you
bounces
go.
off third base.
There's a little luck.
Lorenz will take the base hit.
I wonder if she's Irish. Can't make a play on that ball. It's like, where is it? Are you kidding me? That's probably never happened in practice, much less a game.
She's fortunate, the third
She's
baseman
laughing.
Powell is, that ball didn't bounce up and hit her in the face.
Yeah.
That took a very high hop. She was down to get it, and it bounced probably 7 or 8 feet in the air. Fortunately, it did not hit her.
She turned around and looked and just had to laugh, because what else would you do?
Here's Bergeron. Tigers could use a long ball right here to cut the lead in half. Texas A&M has taken advantage of every opportunity.
And that, I'm sure you probably said that and all of that, but LSU's first base hit of the game.
Off the bag at third. Lessentine brings it to Bergeron. That one sails outside.
Definitely outside.
Bergeron was hitting .364 after last year, .224 this year. Bergeron had a heck of a season a year ago.
And so did Edwards, and it's just not there right now for both of them. It's
9 homers, 49 driven in for the LSU catcher.
a lot of RBIs gone.
That pitch was right down the middle.
Again, right there, that's what I'm talking about. Looking at a lot of good pitches. Almost like they're looking for something else or frozen. Double play ball. Oh, she didn't get. I thought that ball was close to the second. Never mind. Got
It was a step or two away from
Yep.
second base. Bergeron has thrown out Dement to Perez. Lorenz gets to second with 2 outs. It's the first time LSU has had a base runner in scoring position.
Lessentine has the Tigers' number tonight. She is, we keep saying she ranks 4th nationally in walks allowed per 7 innings. And 7th in strikeout to walk ratio. It'll win you some ball games.
Yes, it will. She's walked 1 tonight, which for her is excessive.
Can't say it enough. Stay ahead, work ahead, don't lose your head.
Edwards drew the only walk of the game off of Lessentine. There's a line to
there's
center field.
Edwards.
That's down for a base hit. The runner will round third and score without a throw. And the Tigers change the scoreboard for the first time.
There's the freshman All-American swing. She's a sophomore now, but this is what you were used to last year of seeing. And that's one of the few mistakes that Lessentine made. A little bit too much white.
Here's Alex Franklin.
The Aggie outfield is shading to right field. Gosh, you could drive about 4 Mack trucks down the left field line.
And fairly shallow. Franklin reached on a fielder's choice last time.
Oh, my goodness. She chased that rise ball over her head. Usually, nothing good happens up there.
That truly is eye high. Lessentine levels the count with a not-so-close miss. It's 2-2.
And Alex Franklin talking to herself and nodding her head. I got this, I got this. Her routine.
She fights off a pitch that got in close to the hands.
Went to high school about 20 miles down the road. Dreamed to be an LSU Tiger. Batting helmet's got a football look, the stripe at the top.
There'll be one play, and that's to first base, and Kennedy Powell makes it from third.
You can forget about it if it's hit to Kennedy Powell.
Tori Edwards delivers a base hit, accounting for the first LSU run after Lorenz reached base on an infield hit. LSU has changed the scoreboard, but the Aggies still lead. It's 4-1. 3 of those. LSU, after being shut out through the first 3 innings, has picked up a run. It's now 4-1. Let's check in on Jaden Hebner's numbers tonight. She's only allowed the 3 hits, but the walks have been a problem. 4 of those, 4 strikeouts. And 4 innings of work so far. She's entering her 5th.
Now what she needs to do is come out here and throw strikes and take command. Her team just gave her a run. They're still in this ball game, but she's got to keep them in the ball game.
Here's Dement, who's batting for the first time without base runners. She came up with the bases loaded in the first. And in her next at bat, she had 2 on. This is belted high and deep, and it is out of here. That's home run number 5 for KK Dement. She touches the ball, and the Aggies have regained the one that they gave up in the 4th. Texas A&M has applied constant offensive pressure tonight. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 1 here in the 5th on a solo home run to left center field.
This is a rise ball, and Hebner knows it. She doesn't even turn around and look. She knows it was a mistake. We credit the Aggies. Took that run right back from the Tigers.
So Yvette, that's the 17th home run for Texas A&M in the last 11 games.
Long ball has been their friend. 1 or more home runs in 11 straight games.
And it's home run number 38 on the season for the Aggies collectively. LSU was shut out in its first game against Tennessee last week. And then in games 2 and 3, jumped out to a 4-0 lead, but couldn't hold it.
Couldn't hold it.
And tonight, it's been Texas A&M leading throughout. Yvette, it isn't just lately that Texas A&M has been hitting home runs. They've played 26 games. They've only missed a home run in 4 games. They have homered in 22 of their 26 games.
It's a good stat, Randy Dandy.
You've embarrassed him now.
Randy Hayden. But he is Randy Dandy to us because he's our stat guy.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Hebner
tough,
holding her hands out as if to say, where was that?
Yeah, she just turned around and laughed at him on the very first pitch, and here it comes. Beth, I'm sure she's making a change here.
Well, she also took a circular route to get in a word or two with the home plate umpire. It's been all Texas A&M in game 1 of the series. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Tigers.
You know, is she making a change? She might not be. She might be just, yeah, she is.
There is bullpen activity.
Yeah, she's making a change. I think she was trying to maybe say, Hebner, I'm on your side. Some of those pitches should be strikes, but not our night. It's alumni weekend here, Lynn. All time, you know, we always talk about the kind of present day outfielders, the Andrews sisters, all those guys. We got Stacy Newton that's here. She was the original center fielder here, and I just waved to Leslie Klein with her little baby, and she was a phenomenal outfielder. And a lot of big time names are standing up there on the deck over there, the clubhouse deck. Is this Callie Deal? Oh,
yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So Callie Deal comes out of the bullpen. She will replace Hebner. We'll step aside for a moment. The Aggies lead it 5-1. Jaden Hebner in the circle for LSU. She's a freshman from small town Quitman, Louisiana, in North Louisiana. And right now inherits a 5-1 deficit as she replaces Jaden Hebner.
She pitched midweek against Nichols and had a good outing, got the win.
She's got the St. Patrick's Day green
how about
ribbon.
that?
And on her glove, you'll see some bright green leather lacings.
So Huebner, the first lefty since 1998 or 99 or whatever in this program. It's only been the second one. And then here comes Callie Deal, the Louisiana girl, another lefty. Off speed, curveball, curve, drop, and rise. Been coming to camps here for 7 years. Beth worked with her, so probably a natural progression that she wears a Tiger uniform.
Paisley Allen has struck out and lined to left. She gets the bunt down. It pops up and hits her in the batter's box. That's a foul ball.
And she comes out and throws 2 quick strikes.
Clearly a foul ball. She had not yet taken a step out of the batter's box. And the 0-2 pitch lifted into deep left field, but playable. Lorenz retreats. She's got it. Here's the throw.
Oh my
Airmailed
gosh.
again.
That's the second ball she launches.
She has thrown it very, very high, intended for somebody. Once to the plate, once to second base. And that's costly.
And there again, hit your cutoff. Let your
Always.
cutoff be in line with second base and hit your cutoff.
And give Mathis some credit. As soon as she saw it sailing over the head of the coverage at second base, she reversed herself and
that ball wasn't even close.
made it on to second. So here is Perez, who has grounded out and reached on an error and scored. Yvette, 3 of the 5 runs produced by Texas A&M have been the result of LSU's generosity. 2 on
Little
walks,
things.
2 on walks, and 1 on an error.
Yeah, little things. They, just not playing clean softball right now.
Lorenz coming hard, makes the galloping grab.
Yeah, she had to get on her horse, as you said. That ball had a chance to drop in. Walks, missing your cutoffs.
Right fielder number 8, Frankie Bronson.
Brazel comes up. This is the right fielder, Frankie Brazel. She has popped up to shortstop and had a sacrifice bunt. Hitting .367 at the bottom of the order.
Good looking pitch.
Steve, right.
66 miles an hour. Where'd we say she was from again? Quitman?
Mm-hmm.
That your way?
That's North Louisiana.
Yep.
Everybody knows everybody else in Quitman.
Oh, I would. How many red lights?
Not quite sure on that one, but not many. Franklin is there for the fly ball out in right field. And a nice job by Callie Deal as
Came in
she
and
induces 3 fly ball outs.
Absolutely.
But a home run by KK DeMint gives the Aggies a 4-run lead again. Scored in 4 of the 5 innings in which it's had an at-bat. LSU picked up a single marker in the 4th, the Aggies 5. The Tigers 1 in the opening game of this 3-game series. This is Kate Munnerlin. She's a Californian, a sophomore, as she replaces the starter Sydney Lessentine. And Lessentine pitched very, very well through 4 innings.
Total control. How about all these lefties now in the game? Okay, so her best pitch is going to be her changeup. Throw her drop ball next, as most pitches she'll throw change, drop, rise.
How about this line for Lessentine? She struck out the first 2 batters of the game, but none after that. And she walked Edwards in the second, but none after that. So 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk and 2 strikeouts. A very efficient performance by Lessentine.
Big time.
And she gives it over to Kate Munnerlin. Riley Johnson, the designated player, has had 1 at bat, and she bounced it down to the first baseman for the putout.
I don't know if thinking is to use Lesentine again
It could be.
in this series. Don't want the Tigers to see her too much.
1 ball, 1 strike. Edwards, Kylie Edwards, and Avery Hodge will follow. The wind continues to blow in for the most part from center field. There are the flags out there. That wind has been beaten once.
So you know it's a shot. Oh, look at that changeup. We said that was her best pitch.
KK DeMint beat the wind as the first hitter in the top of the inning.
Can you tell I love that pitch? Look at that thing just sweep across the plate at about 12-mile-an-hour difference.
You know what that pitch reminded me of as we saw the replay? You remember when you were a kid and you had the yo-yo and it would spin at the bottom of the loop and just hang there for a minute? That's what that pitch reminded me. Oh, you got to walk the dog.
Walk the dog. I was about to say that's walking the dog.
Of course. Here's a nice hit ball out to center field, but Mathis gathers it as she moves to her left. Now, did you ever use one of those fluorescent yo-yos? You know, I haven't thought about a yo-yo in decades.
Yeah. I guess they still make them.
Well, I'm sure it's some kind of AI device now.
Everybody can walk the dog now.
Kylie Edwards grounded out to second base last time. Sydney Lesentine, after 4 innings, has given way to Kate Munnerlyn.
Baseball lights are on, but the Tigers aren't home.
Nope. They are playing at Vanderbilt.
Do they have a score yet? Randy Dandy.
We'll check it in a minute.
Lost on a walk-off home run last night, huh?
Vanderbilt is leading in the top of the 3rd inning, 1-0 over LSU in the middle game of that series. Here, we're in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, the Aggies have just well, they've got the scouting report down. I was just about to say shading to the right side of the outfield. And
Braja was right there. A well-hit ball, but Braja takes the liner, and it brings up Avery Hodge. She lined out to left field last time. Tigers have but 2 hits. One was a bouncer off third base by Lorenz, and then Tori Edwards had a solid base hit to the outfield, scoring LSU's only run. Yvette, where have the slappers gone?
it's all about power now. In love with the home runs. There will always be a place for slappers, but their numbers have diminished, no question.
Hodge kind of ran up on that one from the left side and takes a strike.
And you know, slappers were born because the mound was 40 feet. The ball was white. It was dead. The fences were 250. People were striking out 15 batters a game all over the country. It was a way to get on base.
Munnerlyn throws a 1-2-3 inning as she snags the soft liner coming back her way. And after 5 tonight at Tiger Park in Baton Rouge, the Aggies lead the first game of the series 5-1. Look from our center field camera back toward the infield. Tiger Park illuminated at night. The Mississippi River is 300, 400, 500 yards behind what you see in the grandstand. Right now, Texas A&M leading 5-1 over LSU. Callie Deal was the real deal, coming on in relief of Hebner in the top of the fifth.
How about this? She hadn't pitched very much, and then she pitched midweek, and she comes on in relief here.
She got 3 fly ball outs on the 3 batters she faced with a runner at second base. Here's Kennedy Powell at the top of the order, to be followed by Talon Edwards and Maya Perez. 5 runs, 4 hits for Texas A&M. 1 run, 2 hits for the Tigers. Three balls and no strikes.
Came back at the same spot, same location, same pitch. Caught the one before.
Powell
Might have been a strike.
Powell has walked and scored, popped up to shortstop, and struck out.
And that's ball 4.
That's walk number 6 from the 2 LSU pitchers.
Talon Edwards.
Talon Edwards has fanned twice and had a sacrifice fly to left field. Steve Reich. Edwards is from Moore, Oklahoma. Deal delivers the 1-1 pitch.
Edwards squatting down, making her strike zone smaller. Nice pitch. Do we get a pick? Nope. I can't remember the last time I saw a pick off.
That was a
Snap back
baffling.
throw.
That was a baffling pitch by Deal.
A lot of movement, huh?
Yep. Watch this.
And look how far off Bergeron. Almost like pitch out. No,
I don't think it was a pitch
Yeah.
out, but it.
But Bergeron was because I'm just watching Bergeron. She's moving outside, and that ball is hit
Perez
a
way up into the
ton.
bleachers. Maya Perez has had a perfect night. It's her 11th home run of the season. She has singled, walked and scored, doubled in a run, and homers.
You know what they say in my neighborhood when we were growing up? That girl can hit.
That girl can hit.
We get the pony ride.
So it's 7-1. And this blast ain't coming back.
And there was no question about it. Aggies have now opened that lead to 6 runs.
There's a strike to Kowalewski. She's been on base twice, once by fielder's choice, once by walk. She's 0 for 2 tonight officially. The Aggies have scored in every inning except the second.
At the beginning of this broadcast, we said the Aggies' last win at Tiger Park was in 2021. I think they're going to break that streak tonight.
You told us about the home run barrage, and we've seen a couple of them tonight in conditions that are not conducive to four-base swings.
Although where she hit it, look at the flags.
Yeah, not as difficult there, but
the
still.
mic, yeah. And the wind really has calmed down, but you're right.
Let's see if anybody can get this.
Nice
Edwards
play.
makes a nice catch with her back to the infield. Kylie Edwards running out toward left center with her back to the infield, takes it over her shoulder for the out.
No hesitation. You know, she's the only one that could make that play.
Shortstop number 16, KK Dement.
Here's KK Dement. She's homered for the 5th time this year. Maya Perez has knocked 11 out of the ballpark.
Oh, good play.
Hodge makes a tremendous play at third base on a sizzler that she turns into an out. But a 2-run home run by Maya Perez up into the center field bleachers adds to the Aggies' lead. It's 7-1, Texas A&M. Tiger Park, a mom and a very young baby enjoying the game. And a bet I always love, and I know you do too, when you see the throngs of youngsters out at the ballpark, especially when the weather gets nice. What a great place to be.
And what I really like is all the little girls get to watch the big girls play.
With dreams that they will be on the field someday of their own. Lassiter leading it off.
You know when I knew we had made it as a sport? When all the little boys were lined up, too, to get autographs.
Lassiter has struck out and grounded out. And this is the 2nd time she sent one to the right side. Callan Edwards makes the play. Well, Kate Munnerlin has retired 5-4 in a row in relief of the starter Sydney Lesson team. Here's Sierra Daniels. She has struck out and bounced out to second base.
Good job by the lefty. Not an easy.
They've got a heck of a celebration going on.
Look at that celebration.
That's Kennedy Powell, who was dancing around.
Well, that's not an easy play for the lefty here. And she does a good job. I don't know why she's celebrating so much. Maybe she doesn't really feel the ball that well, and Powell was so excited for her. I don't know. Maybe they're just happy.
One thing's for sure, that's 5 in a row that Munnerlin has taken care of. And Lorenz will try to extend the inning for the Tigers. She's 1 for 2.
Lorenz has had a tough night.
This is popped up. Mathis comes on from shallow center field. That's a 5-pitch inning, and the Tigers quickly have to leave the dugout. 6 up, 6 down in relief for Kate Munnerlin. Texas A&M. The Tigers have had difficulty finding base runners, base hits, and runs tonight. This is LSU's offensive summary. Just a couple of hits. 2 left on base. There just hasn't been much action at all for LSU against a pair of pitchers for Texas A&M. This has been a really outstanding performance by the starter Sydney Lesson team and Kate Munnerlin, who's thrown 2 perfect innings in relief.
Definitely the A&M pitchers have been impressive in the circle. Tigers have, you know, a lot of self-inflicted wounds, but, you know, A&M's done a lot of things right. The ball's leaving the ballpark.
Well, 6 walks have certainly added to LSU's troubles. Callie Deal trying to finish it up. There's a check swing strike. Jaden Heavner went 3 innings. Let's make it 4 innings. Walked 5, struck out 3. Deal retired the first 3 batters she faced, but gave up a walk and a home run in the 6th. It's 3 balls and a strike. Paisley Allen is on deck.
Nice play.
Snared by Hodge on the backhand side. That's a reaction play at third base.
Hodge with some nice defensive gems there. See the little hop before the pitch is thrown.
That's the first time Mathis has not reached base. She had walked twice and driven in a run with a single. A strike to Allen. 0 for 3. A strikeout, line out to left, and a fly out to left.
A&M has 7 runs on 5 hits. That is taking advantage of the door opening.
6 times that door opened via walk.
Yep.
Allen goes the other way and lines it into the glove of Edwards. And here is Larissa Perez, who's 0 for 3.
Oh. She's not running down the first.
I think they ruled a foul ball.
Trisha Ward.
Well, let's see what this is all about. The ball eventually hit Bergeron in the mask. Let's see if we can get a replay of this.
Oh, it did come back and hit her in the helmet. Hit Bergeron in the helmet.
But what was the first contact? Was it on the hand or was it on the knob of the bat?
Got no clue. Oh, now, oh my goodness.
Now they, after conferring with the base umpires, they've come to the conclusion that that ball made contact with the hitter. And she's awarded first base.
Put the headset on.
LSU does have a challenge left.
Beth Torina's taking out the rules. The challenge rules.
I think she's got the challenge sheet.
Yep.
Now, we've already had a challenge on the same thing.
Why didn't the hitter run down at first? Whereas Daniel did.
The rolling on the field is a hit by pitch. LSU is challenging that rolling. The previous play is under review.
So for the second time, the umpires will take a look at the monitor.
First time they were correct. Let's see what happens second time. Does it hit her? I think it hits Bergeron's glove.
I frankly can't tell where the first contact is.
See, I thought it hit the heel of the glove.
Is it off the bat? Is it off the hand? Is it off Bergeron's glove?
They won't overturn it if it's not conclusive.
One thing the batter didn't do was react like she was hit by a pitch.
Right.
She was not at all moving down to first base. We'll get this ruling from Birmingham, by the way, with the SEC review crew.
Now, if she gets first base, this fan base will not be happy.
I just didn't see enough to overturn what the umpires eventually ruled.
but I didn't really see it hit her. Did you?
No, but I'm not sure what it hit. It hit something.
Here we
After
go.
review, the ruling on the field has changed to a foul ball. LSU retains their challenge. They have one remaining.
So the ball did make contact, according to the replay. Made contact with the bat and results in a foul ball.
She's giving first base Blue a piece of her mind because I think he's the one that overruled and said it hit the hitter. A lot of frustration. I've been there. I probably wouldn't be still in the game though.
I think there might have been a Cajun French word or two spoken by now.
You know what? I never used those words.
Oh,
Why didn't I? They wouldn't have known what I was saying. Just thought about that the other day.
Boy, the opportunities you wasted.
I
The
know.
opportunities you wasted.
Could have said everything I wanted and still been in the game.
This is the Aggies' first SEC game. Their off week, and I put that in quotes, out of SEC competition was last week. And Yvette, here's my annual plea to the SEC. Please add some SEC games to the schedule. They're doing it in football. Baseball plays 30.
She is still getting her money's worth.
It turns out to be a 1-2-3 inning. Deal has retired 5 in a row since yielding the home run. 7-1, the Tigers trail by 6 with their last chance coming up. 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Texas A&M pitching has been really top-notch tonight. Lessentine, the starter, went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run. Very good control again, only 1 walk, just a couple of strikeouts. She struck out the first 2 batters and nobody after that. And Munnerlyn has been perfect in 2 innings of relief.
Yep.
So those 2 have been the story of the game, or certainly one of them.
Definitely a different story in the circle for the Aggies. See that changeup right away.
Bergeron, Edwards, and Franklin will bat in this inning for the Tigers. Let's take you quickly to Nashville for LSU Vanderbilt baseball. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Vanderbilt scored first, but the Tigers have come back to tie it at 1 with Vanderbilt batting in the bottom of the 4th.
Tiger baseball team has been a mystery.
Indeed.
Started out like a house of fire and now
That's a knee-high strike right down the middle with a little sizzle on it. Kate Munnerlyn has been terrific coming out of the bullpen.
doing what your pitching coach asks you to do. Now you see you work ahead, you got hitters swinging out of the zone.
That pitch was wide. Bergeron thought it was hittable. Munnerlyn to the plate, wide again.
Why not go right back to the same spot, but Bergeron doesn't bite.
LSU needs a lot of base runners, and they'll take them by any means possible. The 3-2 pitch. Popped up and playable. Powell is calling for it and makes the grab, straddling the line, halfway down the line toward the plate. Well, Bergeron pops up to the third baseman. And here's Tori Edwards. She has walked and has the only RBI of the game for LSU.
Powell has fun playing softball. She's fun to watch.
She does. She plays with joy.
Dancing, laughing. You're right. Plays with joy.
That's high to Tori Edwards. The only other hit tonight came on a Char Lorenz bouncing ball that clipped third base and then bounced over the head of the third baseman, Kennedy Powell. The 1-0. That misses a little bit high, apparently. Don't forget, 6 o'clock for the next 2 nights on the SEC Network. Texas A&M and LSU, 6 o'clock game times for the next 2 nights.
I'll be here as a spectator. You'll be on your way home, won't you?
Mm-hmm. But not for long. The 2-0 pitch right there. The outfield is deep and straight away. That's straight back and not playable up on the roof. This game right now about 2 hours.
Not bad considering walks and gone are the days are an hour and 15 minutes. Could play a doubleheader in baseball, would be in the 7th inning.
The 2-2 pitch. Edwards lays off. That's a tempting take. She trusted herself. The 3-2 pitch. Struck her out. That ball was hanging there and just
a nasty hurt your feelings changeup.
Indeed.
Here it is. There it's gone. Drops off the table.
And even Edwards with a little nod of the head saying, okay, you got me on that one.
Absolutely. Best changeup of the night.
Here's Alex Franklin representing the last hope for the Tigers. And she rips one deep to left field. It's over the head of the left fielder. Franklin's going to have to get back to first base because that ball was perfectly played off the wall by Paisley Allen. That's one of the strongest singles you will ever see.
Absolutely. She tattooed that ball, but you're right. Played it perfectly out there. And the Tigers are very aggressive base runners, and even they knew they couldn't advance on that. And you're down 6 runs, so.
Riley Johnson will try to extend it for the Tigers. She's 0 for 2. She was the first batter that Munnerlyn faced when Munnerlyn opened the inning in the 5th. And she induced a fly ball to center field.
Freshman getting her chance here tonight in the lineup.
From Spotsylvania, Virginia. Two outs and Franklin at first base.
Yeah, he said, my bad. We know that pitch wasn't close.
And now we'll have a late game conversation in the circle.
Tricia Ford, head coach, also the pitching coach.
LSU is down by 6 with 2 outs.
They're laughing at that last pitch. Happens, you know.
Yep.
Just a bit wide.
Plenty of offense for the Aggies tonight. Some of it with the aid of LSU wildness.
Guess that's the rally cone. Oh my gosh, it says LSU softball on it. Lessentine
would be the winner if this holds up. She came in with a 7-1 record.
Girl, do you know how dirty that cone is?
That pitch is very high. Munderlyn looking for her first save. Huebner, if LSU fails to rally, would be 6-5 as the starting and losing pitcher for LSU. There's the changeup again. 3-1. Munnerlyn takes a little walk to the back of the circle, trying to get composed again. And here we go. That's a strike. Johnson could afford to wait for one that she likes a little bit better.
And you're running on ball four.
There's the changeup on the 3-2 pitch. Tigers got a couple of base runners with 2 outs, still trailing by 6.
Not quite giving up.
Sydney Lessentine went the first 4 innings and was very effective. It's been Kate Munnerlyn, very effective herself since then. Here's the LSU shortstop, Kylie Edwards. She lined out to left field last time and bounced out to second base earlier.
I mean, it's incredible the shift that the Aggies have in the outfield. Look at the left fielder.
That ball
And
is
where did she
headed
hit it?
toward the hole. There's no play anywhere. The bases are loaded. Kylie Edwards is able to pull one out of the reach of Powell at third base. DeMint made a backhanded play but had no place to go with it, especially after Powell had left the bag to try to field the ball.
Yep. She did the right thing, putting it in back pocket. No play anywhere.
So an infield hit. The Tigers have 3 aboard with 2 outs. Avery Hodge. Ball 1. If you're thinking home run, Hodge has 1 of them. Only 3 runs batted in.
I think that was at Nichols midweek.
Ball 2.
Cruising along. And then the Tigers strike back a little bit. There's that changeup.
And it divides the plate for a strike.
55 miles an hour.
It was the last game against Nichols that Hodge homered. That almost hit her. 3-1.
We got somebody on deck that can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Unfortunately for the Tigers, there are no 6-run swings.
No. And there's 2 outs.
That's ball 4, a 5-pitch pass. And LSU is down by 5 now. So 2 walks in the inning from Munnerlyn, who came into this inning having retired 6 in a row. And we're going to have a change right here. Sydney Peters is the new pitcher. We'll come back in a moment as Texas A&M leads by 5. And that's to get 1 out. She's from Santa Fe, Texas, a 5'11" junior. She's the second reliever tonight for the Aggies. This is her 16th appearance with a 6-3 record, an ERA of 2.5. Nearly 50 innings of work, only 17 walks, 55 strikeouts.
Rise ball pitcher. Rise, then she'll go to her change and her screw. So
Let's
3
see if
pitches she throws.
Lassiter now at the top of the order. 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a ground out, and another ground out. Both to the right side, and second baseman Talon Edwards. Strike one call. Right now, this is not a save opportunity. I may have to check the rule book.
You know, we said she wasn't a drop ball pitcher, but God, she looks like she has drop ball mechanics.
Actually, the tying run is in the on-deck circle, which qualifies this as a save opportunity.
Well, that's definitely a rise ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Sierra Daniel is in the on-deck circle. And the 1-2 to Lassiter from Sidney Peters. That's high. That's a courageous take.
68 miles an hour, but doesn't it look a little faster than that?
It did. It had some sizzle.
She's coming in throwing BBs.
For 68 ain't bad.
You know, she's coming in throwing BBs at night.
The 2-2 pitch to Lassiter.
Oh, 69.
That almost hit her. Lassiter turns away.
Saying, I'm not getting hit by a 69-mile-an-hour pitch. There's nothing soft about that yellow ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Especially in the face.
The base runners will be on the move. The payoff pitch.
Change up.
A call,
Whoa.
3rd strike. Sidney Peters with a baffling game-ending changeup, and that was a beauty.
Absolutely. She came in throwing BBs, 68, 69, and then just threw that pitch that just buckled her knees.
So Texas A&M wins for the first time in Baton Rouge since March 20th of 2021. It was a wire-to-wire victory. They scored in 5 of their 7 at-bats. And the Tigers are now 0-4 in the league. Texas A&M, after not playing an SEC competitor last week, is 1-0. We saw a little of everything, and the home run barrage continued for Texas A&M as well.
Everything we talked about in pregame kind of happened. It was all A&M all night long. Some of LSU's problems are self-inflicted, but you got to get handed to the Aggies. They pitched well, and they certainly hit well. And
we remind you that the next 2 games of this series, each will start at 6 o'clock. The SEC Network will have it for you. We hope that you'll tune in. So Texas A&M goes wire-to-wire in a 7-2 victory over LSU tonight. That wraps it up for us. We are so glad you spent some time with us. For Hall of Fame coach Yvette Girard, I'm Lynn Rollins. We will see you again. Don't forget, the next 2 games of the series are right here, 6 o'clock start. You can't make it, it's on the SEC Network.
We knew our last Verbo was going to be incredible. We didn't know the hot tub was broken. But thanks to Verbo Care and 24/7 live support, they moved us. Better place, better hot tub.
Got any room for Dad?
Think again, Bruce.
Yeah.
Teenagers are full of surprises. Verbo is not. If you know, you Verbo.